Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on the Flash movie. So we are just 1 week away from a new trailer. Yes, a new trailer for the Flash movie coming out. With it being announced, the new trailer would be dropping on the same day that the first official and proper screening of the movie will take place, which we've known for a while is at CinemaCon in Las Vegas, this being on April 25th, so yeah, exactly a week from now. Now, I did think this would be the case. We did mention it in a few videos a while ago when talking about some other stuff for this movie that obviously came out a while ago, just because it seemed like the logical thing to do. You get hype from people who get to see the movie at CinemaCon, and then just carry that onto trending with the trailer and other things on social media. They'll probably release like an official post, not a teaser poster where it had like the Flash in the Batcave, but one that shows most of the main characters, if not all of them. So you'll probably get a couple of different things that pop up on that day alongside the trailer and the screening and stuff like that. I mean, it just makes too much sense for it not to happen. And it's also about 6 weeks before the movie comes out, which is usually when you release your final like big trailer. So yeah, I don't think a time has been locked in for the trailer actually coming out. Whether it comes out before the screening at CinemaCon or after, that's a wait and see in regards to what happens there. But I'm sure we'll get an update, in the next week or so before it actually happens. But in the lead up to that trailer next week, we also got a bunch of new promo material through shorter videos and images and merchandise and stuff like that. And we are going to go over all of that in this video. Lots to talk about, so don't really want to waste any more time before we get into it. So let's get into it. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on the stuff in this video. Always curious to read what you guys are thinking, especially in regards to this movie, what you're looking forward to, all of that. And yeah, if you're going to enjoy the video, drop a like and it shows support. So the first thing to go over are some promo posters. Now, I think that needs to be disclaimed because it's actually not put out there when I see a lot of the stuff on social media, as that this is promo material that's made by Warner Brothers and stuff like that, or like commissioned by Warner Brothers. However, it's not being put out officially by the Warner Brothers accounts because they're what are known as like draft promos or draft promotional material. So they'll make all these different stuff, things up like posters or images of the Flash with different things behind them, with Batman, with Supergirl, but it's not actually attached as official promo material that like the Flash movie Twitter account or Instagram is posting out there. So it's promo material that Warner Brothers is making, but it's not official ones that they're putting out there, if that makes sense. It's draft promo stuff. Hopefully that makes sense, but let's have a look at it anyway. So the first bunch here are like shots we've seen of these characters, but just with different backgrounds, actually more like pushed in and stuff. So we get Ezra Miller's Flash here. Nothing new too much, but it lights up, looks pretty cool. Then we do have Sasha Calle's Supergirl here, and then finally we do have Michael Keaton's Batman. Yeah, you can see that you might recognize some of the poses here, and that's because they're pretty much just the stock images that they've made and then put onto different backgrounds and stuff. So different people could probably get to like mess around with it and stuff and make them up. So yeah, that's just a couple of more zoomed in shots of stuff we'd seen in some other posters, but with like it more scaled down. So these are more scaled up, you get a better look at it, and yeah. And this is where we jump into some like artwork that's been done. Now, we did go over some a few months ago. I can't remember when it was. Actually, I think it might have been the end of last year, because I think it was at that CCXP, like the South American Comic-Con thing they do. I think it was there where they had like different merchandise or like t-shirts and stuff. I think some bags that had some artwork on them. And there's a lot more here that we can have a look at in regards to that. So there's one here, as you can see here, with Flash, Batman, and Supergirl, with also like a comic book style sort of cover here. Now, once again, this sort of falls into like the draft stuff. Not a lot of this will be used on merchandise, but some of them might. So you're just going to see like a couple of different things scrolling through. Like a lot of them aren't really like stuff that stands out, but you might look at them and go, okay, some of this is cool. So yeah, it's just stuff that might be used on merchandise. Some of it is stuff that I think we might have actually seen before, but a bit altered. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what they do. But they might use all of it, and it might be stuff that's like spread out over time, or just a couple of different pieces will be used for different pieces of merchandise and stuff like that. But that's a wait and see. The only thing that's really been consistent over like the different pieces of promo material that have come out is like the use of like the past, present, future, and or it's like saving the past, saving the future, saving the multiverse, or like different things like that, different terms and stuff like that. So yeah, nothing like overly creatively new here, but it sort of fits in with what we've seen before. And the next thing to go over is something that looks pretty cool, and I think a lot of people might actually be trying to get it, but I think there's limited amounts of them. I think there's only like, is it 10,000, I think? Yeah, it's 10,000 because this little picture says it here. So you can see right now, this is a replica Flash ring, and you see like the Flash emblem in the middle. That's meant to be a pin. So I don't know what that means, how big the ring is. I'm trying to think, I'm looking at it. If the ring would go on my finger like that, that must be a bloody big pin. Jesus Christ. That's a big pin. Maybe it's meant to be like the size of the Flash, and maybe meant to be like able to pin it on the center of your shirt or something like that. And it's meant to be, maybe that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be literally as big as the Flash emblem would be on the real Flash suit. Maybe that's why it's that big, but apparently it's meant to be a pin, and it comes in a collector box. You get sort of like a new promo image there of Ezra Miller's Flash on top of it. But yeah, this Flash ring opens and everything like that. You can see that right here. It full on opens. It has like a slidey thing down the bottom. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Like obviously in the movie, that's like a VFX thing. And it obviously holds close by like magnets by the look of it, but it looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm sort of like, hey, I wouldn't mind it, but it's probably expensive. I think this is a GameStop exclusive. I think that's what's being said. But yeah, it looks pretty sick. But I also have a feeling it might break really easily. So you wouldn't actually wear this on a day-to-day thing. It'd just be something that's cool to sit in its box. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends how careful you are. Now, the next thing is to bring up are some TV spots that have been used to promote the new trailer coming out on April 25th. So I'm just going to put them through like a cycle right now. And they do show some new footage. There's been some criticism about it. There's a zoom-in shot of Ben Affleck's Batman, which looks very VFX-y. That doesn't look good. But it's also like, there's still, as I said, it's like 7 weeks or something until the movie comes out, and this promo stuff might have been done 2 months ago when VFX might not have been locked in for the movie yet. So I don't know if you can judge it too much now. Maybe in that trailer comes out a week from now, if some of this stuff is in there and it looks a bit dodgy, fair enough if you can criticize it then, but I wouldn't criticize it off a random TV spot here. But yeah, I mean, nothing like crazy new, just like some different shots that here and there. I think they're trying to keep a bunch of this plot hidden in the film, just because I think there's meant to be some, you know, twists and turns, as you'd expect from a Flash movie that's sort of incorporating Flashpoint in the multiverse. You'd expect them to hide a bit of it. So I don't know what that means for the trailer coming out in a week from now. I think they'll probably just show us more of like the Flash being the Flash, because the first one was pretty Batman heavy. But yeah, hopefully they don't reveal too much. They might show us Dark Flash for the first time, because one thing I was actually going to mention about the promo material, like the merchandise stuff that I forgot to mention, which I'll mention now, is there's no Dark Flash on that stuff, but we've seen Dark Flash Funko Pops, Dark Flash, like action figures and stuff, but none of that stuff in like the promo work there. So I wonder if we'll see Dark Flash in the trailer. That might be like an end thing. Like maybe like Barry running through the time stream or like the Speed Force to get back or whatever it might be, and he sees Dark Flash there. That might be what happens, but we'll wait and see. And we have 2 more things to go over, which are more merchandise stuff. So the first thing we have here is for the kiddies, if you have any kids that sort of want to be the Flash. But hey, they might fit adult legs. You might have to have some like chicken legs or something maybe for them to fit, but they are Speed Force runners. That's what they're called. So they're toys here. So I'm assuming it's like motion sort of thing. So if like you move your legs, it makes like, I guess, like sounds from the movie as if you're running. I don't know if it have any voice things. I wonder if they'll release like, because whenever like they have like a Spider-Man movie or a Batman movie or an Iron Man movie or something like that, they release like a mask that you can put on and like it makes the voice. So I wonder if they'll do that with the Flash. You think he could? I mean, the Flash wears a pretty big cowl thing, so they could do something there, but I don't know if they'd want to do that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the size is, but I don't know if it'd fit normal adult legs. You might have to have chicken legs, but it might, I don't know. It's got a strap there. It might be able to fit anything. It might be a bit tight though. But yeah, I don't know if it's up to you, I guess, if you want to be running around with these things, but they probably make some cool sounds. But yeah, I don't know. Up to you, I guess, whether you want to commit to it. And the last thing here is some statues. Now, apparently these are life size, like they are the proper size, or like for the most part, I think they're the height. Actually, I think they're meant to be like legitimately 1-to-1 scale. Now, these aren't for sale, I don't think, these statues here of Ezra Miller's Flash and Michael Keaton's Batman. They are just going to be in the theaters. So not every theaters, but I guess like some main chain in maybe each country, or like, so I don't know if it's like AMC in America, maybe like Hoyts over here in Australia, whatever the one in England would be, and I guess South America, those different chains. Like it might be like one chain that gets these things. But they look sick. They look really cool. And I'm sure you'd probably be able to buy them once the movie ends its run. I don't know, maybe a movie employee might try and steal and chuck in the back of their car or something like that. But they look pretty cool. And I didn't realize they're life size literally until right this moment that I'm making this, like talking about it right now. I just read it that they're life size. So yeah, that's pretty sick. The Batman one looks pretty cool, but the Flash one looks pretty cool with the emblem like on the bottom there. Yeah. I sort of want one of these now, especially because they're life size. That's pretty sick. But yeah, as I said, I don't know if we'll get anything more promo stuff in the week leading up to this trailer in a week from now, but it might be like on the day. So we might get the trailer and then they might release a poster, maybe some new promo images and various things like that. But then pretty much once that second trailer comes out, you got 6 weeks roughly until the movie comes out, and we should be getting a lot of things then. Like, I don't know, obviously there's a lot of questions about the promo tour or the promotional tour with like the actors and Ezra Miller and stuff like that. That's a wait and see. They probably won't announce that until maybe like a month before the movie comes out. So keep your eyes and ears out on that one. Sorry. I have this feeling they're going to bring Ezra out. I think Ezra might have done enough behind the scenes to just show that they're all good. But I don't know. It's up to them, I guess. It's their movie. They can decide what they want to do. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome. You could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on everything we went over in this video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.